Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
14.
Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Roethlisberger here finding Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hey, alert.
Ben to throw again. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 10 more there and another 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner able to take this in from a yard out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Chris Boswell.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the 2nd half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A toss to Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Play action now. Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on fourth down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Roethlisberger. That is caught inside the 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll look to run with Connor. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal from the 1. Again, it'll be Connor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Boswell's kick is good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a run with Cook. Now Cook hit and he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Alexander Madison.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. First down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Cousins to throw it this time. That is caught at the 7. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Cousins able to connect with Adam Thielen. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3. And into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
They'll take over.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Running on first down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Cousins pass.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They try again with Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call. In that situation, sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
First and 10.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Once more the juke. Touchdown, Vikings.
Cousins pass.
Dalvin Cook, 53 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now a pass is taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
Roethlisberger. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Second and 9.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Eric Ebron, 36 yards. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
Steelers 25. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock defensively. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
They'll run here with Connor. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Roethlisberger to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And Boswell's kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. And now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
3rd down.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Cousins to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Running for it, here's Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check it back. Check it back. Switch it. Switch it. Switch it. Come on. Switch it.
Now Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
The finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
For the encore, if you know, you know.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 50-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Final score.
Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very